Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the chapter Operations on Algebraic Expression. In this chapter, we are going to study about the different operations to be performed on algebraic expression and also about different identities. So, I've just given you a brief introduction about the chapter, what we are going to study in this with the help of this mind map. But before we will start, I want you to first understand the introduction part. So, these are the topic that I've circled here. I'm going to explain you first, and then we will start with the operation and identities part. So, let us start with the first part, that is the introduction. So first thing, I'm not going to give you any definition. I'm just going to explain you the concept with the help of some examples. So let us start with the first example, that is 5. Sum of 5 and 7. Sum in the sense addition. So 5 plus 7. So here 5 plus 7. We are talking about only numerical values. So only numerical values means it is called as numerical expression. So to go for the next example, sum of a number 5 and 7. Sum of a number. Here the number is not mentioned, so I've taken the number as x. So x plus 7. So it is a combination of a variable and a constant. It is called as algebraic expression. Now again, if you have given as sum of a number and 7 is equals to 15, that means you have an equals to sign, and on the left hand side and right hand side of equals to sign you have expression, then it is called as equation. Now the next topic is terms. So for the terms, first let us understand, if you have a single digit, it will be a one term. It can be x, it can be 4x or 4 by x or x only, or maybe it can be a single digit constant also. Then also it will be a one term only. Now if you have two terms, it may be separated with a plus sign or minus sign. It will be two terms like 4 plus x, maybe it can be 4 minus x also. Three terms, if you have 4 plus x minus y, that means here we have three terms, they are separated with 1 plus and minus. It can be 2 plus 2 minus, either plus or minus, but it should be separated with two operations. It can be plus or minus only. So here there is a 2 point that you should note down, that plus and minus separate the terms, but multiplication and division do not separate the terms. Let us go for one example. Consider an expression 4x plus 5. As I have already explained you, 4x plus 5 is an algebraic expression. Here you can see what is the variable. Variable means the value whose value is not given. The value of x is not given, so variable is x. Constant is 5, because when you're going to get some value of x, this 4x will keep on changing for different values of x. That means the only fixed value here is 5. The constant is 5. Coefficient of x. Coefficient of x means the numerical value which is either the product or in division of x. So it is 4. Now what is the operation that we used here? Operation that we used here is a plus sign. So operator is plus. Now let us go to the next topic, that is type of polynomials. So there are types of polynomials: monomial, binomial, polynomial. Monomial means you're talking about a single term only, one term. When you're talking about binomial, you're talking about two terms. When you're talking about polynomial, you can talking about any number of terms. That means more than two, all the things, it will be coming under polynomial only. Our next topic is like terms and unlike terms. Basically these are the types of terms only. So when you're talking about like terms and unlike term, like term means same variable with same power, but unlike term means different variables or sometime same variables with different power. As you can see, the example of like term is 4a minus 5a. The variables are same here also, xy the variables are same here, 8 and 10. These are the two constants. Now here in unlike term you have 4x 7y. In one in one place you have variable x, in the other one variable y. In the next one 9 comma 9x, the constant is fixed but the variable is different, so that means again you will get different values. So this is also called unlike term. X and xy, again unlike terms. So now move to the next part, that is addition of algebraic expression. In addition of algebraic expression, we collect different groups of like terms and find the sum of these like terms of each group. Like I've taken the example here, as you can see 3a minus 4b plus 4c is the first expression. 2a plus 3b minus 8c is the second expression, and 6 minus 6 sorry a minus 6b plus 6c is the third expression. Now when you're going to add the expression, there is two way to add. Either you can column wise you can add, or horizontal method you can apply also. In column wise, what you need to do, you just need to write down the first expression and then write down the second expression and the third one. But you just need to make sure that when you're writing the expression, the variables, that is c, should come next to each other, b should come next to each other, and a should come next to each other. So as I have written here, you can see in this part I have written C, all the C, then B, then A. When you're going to add, just see 4B, 4C minus 8C plus 6. So plus 4 and plus 4C and plus C is 5C. So 5C minus 8C is minus 3C. I have written here. Next, this part, minus 4B plus 3B minus 6B. So minus 4B and minus 6B is minus 10B plus 3B. So minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7B. As we know, 10 minus plus minus, it will be subtracted. That means 10 minus 3 will be 7. But since 10 is the bigger number, the sign will be of minus will come. Now the next one is 3a plus 2b plus a. Why I am saying plus? Because before this there is no sign, that means plus sign is there. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. So the answer is 6a minus 7b minus c. Now the same thing we are going to apply with the help of horizontal method. The first thing, in place of comma and, just put the plus sign. Next step, rearrange the numbers and write all the numbers with A and B and C next to each other. Just like see 3A plus 2B plus A, and then I have kept the numbers in the bracket, the terms in the bracket only. Then I have given the plus sign, then minus 4B. I have kept the minus 4B inside, then plus 3B, then minus 6C. Again in the bracket, then plus, then 4C, minus 8C and plus C. Now 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. Minus 4B plus 3C. Minus 4B plus 3C is minus 1B. Then minus 6C. So minus 1B minus 6C is minus 7B. Next 4C minus 8C is minus 4C plus C. So again this is minus 3C. So this is the answer. As you can cross check, we are getting the same answer in both the steps. Now the next topic, that is subtraction of algebraic expression. In order to subtract an algebraic expression from another, we exchange the sign. The sign will exchange from plus to minus or minus to plus of all the terms of the algebraic expression which is to be subtracted. Then the two expressions are added. Now just consider the example. We need to subtract minus 6p plus q plus 3r plus 8 from p minus q to q minus 5r minus 8. Now again we have two methods, column method, horizontal method. So in column method, write down the number which is more or which you need to subtract the other one. Here the question is subtract the first expression from the second one. So that means the second one will be on the top and then the first one. As it is written, the sign will change from plus to minus and minus to plus. So that means you need to change the sign. That means this plus, this plus will become minus, this plus will become minus, this plus will become minus, and this minus will become plus. Now you can see minus this minus 8 and minus 8 is minus 16, minus 5r and minus 3r, minus 8, minus 2q and minus q is minus 3, p plus 6p minus 7, sorry, plus 7p. So that means the sign which is in the second line you're going to ignore, and you're going to consider the sign which we are changing here. These signs to be considered for these numbers. Now let us start for the horizontal method. First step, write down this number first, then put a minus sign and write down the number which you're going to, sorry, the expression that you're going to subtract. So p minus 2q minus 5r minus 8, keep the numbers in the bracket because we have a minus sign in between. First step, open the bracket and multiply the minus sign. So p minus 2q minus 5r minus 8 minus minus plus minus plus minus minus plus minus minus plus minus. Next step, rearrange the alphabets. Keep P, Q and R and the constant in 1. Take the variables and constant together. So P and plus P is 6P, P plus 6P. Keep the numbers in bracket, it will be better for you to understand. Then keep the plus sign, it will be easy for you to understand. Minus 2Q and minus Q. Minus 5R and minus 3R. Then minus 8 and minus 8. So P plus 6P is 7P, minus 2Q and minus Q is minus 3Q, minus 5R minus 3R is minus 8R, minus 8 minus 8 is minus 16. Now 7P plus minus minus 3Q plus minus minus 8R plus minus minus 16. Now we have done with the addition subtraction part also. Thank you.